Real Life Military. Today's video, we will be reviewing Microsoft stock, a little history, IPO, and financials. I had to put the halo in there, had to. All right, Microsoft, ticker symbol MSFT. Ticker symbols are what they use to abbreviate stocks. So Microsoft is one of the largest software companies and is known for Windows operating system, Azure cloud services, LinkedIn social media platform, Microsoft professional software like Word and Excel, the Xbox gaming brand. Microsoft is a market leader in professional software and AI innovation, including a $13 billion investment in ChatGPT maker OpenAI, which is a huge AI competitor out there. Microsoft has integrated ChatGPT into their search engine and all their chatbots, and it is called Microsoft Copilot. So Microsoft is a huge company. They were founded in 1975, a time when most Americans were using typewriters. Childhood friends Bill Gates and Paul Allen founded Microsoft, a company that makes computer software. Originally based in New Mexico, they relocated to Washington and eventually grew into the huge technology corporation they are today. Microsoft went public when Bill Gates was 31 years old, making him the youngest billionaire, the world's youngest billionaire. In 1985, they released their new operating system, Windows, with the graphical user interface that included drop-down menus and scroll bars. Before this, you had to manually put in every command. So this changed the game for computers and made it a lot more accessible and user-friendly for everybody in the world. They IPO'd the share at $21 and raised $61 million within the first year. Microsoft became the world's largest personal computer software company, based sales in 1995, and skyrocketed purchases of computers for homes. They created the computer experience. They were the first ones. That's why they're still in the game like they are today. So going over their stock splits, they're interesting. Just like Apple, they've been around for a very long time. Like Apple was first, Microsoft was first. So because of that, they get that privilege. And Apple and Microsoft are the only ones that actually have a dividend out of the Magnificent Seven. So they have stock split 9 different times: 1990, 1991, 1992, 1994, 6, 8, 9, and 2003. And they were all 2-for-1s except for 91 and 92. They were 5-for-1s, huge. But as you see, from 90 to 99, they were just ripping. Their stock went crazy. And in 2003, they started their dividend. And since then, they haven't had a stock split. So companies like all the other ones, like Apple, NVIDIA, Tesla, no, not Apple, Google, Amazon, Tesla, NVIDIA, they all keep on recycling their funds and their growth back into the company. So once you're solidified as much as an Apple, and a Microsoft, where you are baked into the culture, whatever industry you're in, then you can get that dividend going, and that just locks you in even more to be that stable stock. So that's what they have done. So again, one original stock back in 1990 would be worth $44,500 today. And because of the stock splits, that one would be 288 stocks, which is wild. Again, we're going to go over the companies that they have bought to make them the company that they are today, or just because they have so much money, they can just buy out people. So the first one is Microsoft. I mean, not Microsoft, sorry, Skype. Skype is, real-time video. and voice communication services. They've had that since 2011. They bought it at that time for $8.5 billion, and it was their largest purchase up until 2008. Next, they have Blizzard, which is my favorite because those are the best games. And they bought them back in 2002 for $68 billion. And this one is actually their most recent and most expensive acquisition to date. They have LinkedIn, which they paid $26 billion. GitHub, another $7 billion. Minecraft, surprisingly, for $2.5 billion. And then you have Nuance Communications, which is it's an online, not online, AI company that has to deal with healthcare. And that's just a couple of them. But just to state again how these big companies will buy other companies that they want their technology. Because now it's just, they're the biggest, they're the baddest, and they just go out and try to get as much innovation they can find. And then they just pay for it because they can. So, like I said before, Microsoft started its dividend back in 2003. But from 1980 basically until the 2000s, they were a giant, huge growth company. But just like Apple, they settled down, they got their dividend. Now they're still going up. As we'll see in the charts, Microsoft is still gaining. So a growth dividend stock, which is hard to find, just like Apple. Great company. So we'll look at the chart here. All right. So this is the max. So this is from the 1980s all the way up until current day. So as you see, from 80 to about 2000, they ripped hard and then slowed down a little bit and then came back up. But if we look at the last 5 years, right here, what happened right here, which most of us should know, 2020, the pandemic, crashed down and came back, and then it was around $200, and now it's doubled since then. So from pandemic to now, it has doubled. And like talked about before, like really this was a recession right here, this little bit right here. It's a little wild. But a lot of things have gone right for Microsoft, like AI, like them getting ChatGPT and integrating that into their whole search engine and buying as much AI as they can. They are going to be a competitor in the AI race. But if we look at the financials, just to show you a little bit, they're super solid. So right here, this is their income statements. Between their operating expenses and income, they're just juggernauts. As you see, year over year growth. This is 6% for 2003, 17 for 2022, 2021, same. They haven't had a bad year since 2016. I mean, they are a super solid company, and they always will be. That's why they are on the Magnificent Seven. And they're just going to keep on buying more companies and staying in the game as they are. And their dividend just keeps on going up as well. They have increased their dividend year over year by at least 68 cents per share for each quarter, actually. So great company. That's why they're on this list. And you can't beat Xbox over PlayStation any day.